Hey, welcome back to Melinda's Messy Sink. In today's video, we are gonna try a brand new recipe. I found the recipe in the Taste of Home, a 13 by 9 magazine. I think I picked it up at Meijer. We will be making the Iowa stuffed pork chops. So they look so good in the picture, and I'm all about a pork chop. So I thought, let's give it a try together. I have defrosted my pork chops. I have cleaned them all, patted them dry, and then now I'm just going to cut a slit in my pork chop. I tried one knife and it wasn't sharp enough to do this. You're just going to take your time, and what you're trying to do is make a pocket in your pork chop. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Yeah. I came on this side because I thought you wouldn't be able to see the other direction that well. All right, and then we're just gonna keep on going, cutting our pockets in the thick side of our pork chops. Hey guys, we're over at my cooktop, and now that I have cut my slit in my pork chops, I'm just gonna go through and sear them off for a couple of minutes on each side. These will not be all the way done, we're just browning them up. I'll meet you back over on my counter whenever I get all these browned. All right, we got our pork chops browned up. We're going to start on the stuffing. We're gonna add our onions, all of our seasonings, which include parsley, sage, pepper. Then we are going to add our corn, our breadcrumbs, our apples, our milk. I almost forgot the salt. All right, and then we're gonna give this a good mix. So what we're gonna do is we're going to have a 9 by 13 pan, and we are going to spray it down with nonstick cooking spray. My pork chops have cooled off enough now to where I can handle them. And so I'm gonna take our mixture and I'm going to put it in our slit that we made before we browned them off. And then we are going to put them in our 9 by 13 pan. I may need to get a bigger pan, guys. I don't think it's gonna fit in my 9 by 13. Be right back. Okay, now this looks a little bit better. All right, so I still have a bunch of stuffing left over. So I'm not sure if I didn't make my slits big enough or what happened, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this around my pork chops, because I don't want it to go to waste. Next, we are going to start working on the sauce that goes over our pork chops. I am doubling the recipe in the magazine. We're starting with Grey Poupon, Dijon mustard. We're gonna add some rosemary garlic seasoning. This is the brand I'm using. And then lastly, we're gonna add our honey. We're gonna give this a really good mix. All right, it says that it wants us to reserve half of this sauce. So we're gonna take out half, and I'm gonna put it in a separate bowl. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay, and then we're gonna put this aside, and the rest we're gonna pour over our pork chop stuffing mixture. We are gonna put these in our preheated oven of 350 degrees, uncovered, for 50 to 60 minutes until our pork chops read the internal temperature of 165 degrees. Throughout the cooking time, we are going to brush on our remaining sauce on our pork chops. So let's get these in the oven. While our pork chops are in the oven, I wanted to tell you a little bit about today's video. Today's video is another cookbook collaboration video. I don't know if you remember last year we used to do them every month. They've started up again and I'm so excited. I love these collaborations because I love the fact that we're going back to cookbooks and magazines and those types of things to find recipes. This collaboration is hosted by Tamara from Southern Life Everyday Life. I will have Tamara's channel listed below in the description box, as well as a playlist of YouTube creators who have made cookbook recipes for you. So whenever this video is over, be sure to check out Tamara's channel as well as the playlist for great recipe ideas. Our Iowa stuffed pork chops just came out of the oven. We're gonna let them rest for about 5 minutes and then we'll get dinner plated up. And here is dinner tonight at our house. Iowa stuffed pork chops. Those pork chops were tender. They had a really good flavor from the honey and the Dijon mustard. The stuffing, I'm not so sure about. It wasn't horrible by any stretch. I actually had 2 helpings. But I think next time I would try another kind of stuffing, to be honest. I love to be truthful with you whenever I try new things. And would I make it again? Sure. Would I eat it again? Sure. Is it one of those recipes that I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to have it again? Probably not. So that's my review on this new recipe. I wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so, so much. Also wanted to tell Tamara, thank you so much for hosting. As a reminder, Southern Life Everyday Life's channel will be linked below, as well as the playlist of all of the creators who created cookbook recipes for you. Don't forget, Jesus loves you. I'll see you in the next one.